welcome back to my channel, Untwist Your Stitches, and I'm Rose. This is Flosstube number 19, and I am recording on November 10th. That will be the day before Veterans Day. My father, two of my brothers, my son, a brother-in-law, nieces, nephews have all done service either in the Air Force, Army, Marines, or Navy. So I am very much a supporter of the military and always honor those on Veterans Day. Received the container that had the rest of my sewing room items in it, and for the last 10 days, I guess, I have been bringing all that stuff in, figuring out where it works, where it doesn't work. There was, I don't know, several times where I've put something in a particular place, brought another box or opened another box up to see what was in there, and thought, oh Lord, I'm going to have to move everything I just put there because I want this to go there because it will be more convenient for what I need to use it for. So there has been a major mess created in my sewing room. Then it was all put away. Then it was all brought back out. So it has been an adventure. Long story long, you know, a lot of people say long story short, not me. I'm always for the long story long. Anyway, I have been recording all along, and my plan is once my room is completely to my liking, which hopefully will be the end of next week, I will put a compilation together of all the different videos I took along my journey of setting up my craft room, and then that will be a Flosstube extra for you. Now, I don't know exactly when that will happen because with all the different videos I have made, there's going to be a lot of editing to get rid of some of the just stuff you probably don't really need to look at and to make it cohesive. But that will be something that is in the process of being a Flosstube extra. So you can look forward to that and see what my sewing room looks like, not just what's behind me when I'm videoing, and some of the things that I've put on the wall that I've made or I've collected over the years, and just to show you what kind of space I have for my craft room. So that's my story for this month. So let's get into the things that I have finished this month. As I said, I have 2 FFOs, fully finished objects. The first one, you saw the finish, I believe it was just last month when I showed you this. It is Spooky Pumpkin from Cute Embroidery by Kate. Now, she put hers and made it very spooky. It's very dark. It's very dramatic. When I did mine, I brightened it up. I wanted mine to be more fun, and this is the finish that I have made for it. This piece here, the backing, is a pumpkin, a thin wooden cutout that I believe I got from either Hobby Lobby or I may have got it online from Amazon. I'm not sure. But it is just a pumpkin form that I painted with chalk paint and gave it a little bit of definition for it to look pumpkin-y. This is the inside of a wooden hoop that I put the stitched piece on and glued it down. And then I had this orange pom-pom trim that I don't know where it came from. I've had it in my stash for a lot of years. And I thought that would go well with the brighter colors that I made mine. This is baker's twine in the black and white version of it. And this little ribbon button is something that I had in my embellishment stash that I've collected over the years. And I thought it all went together very nice. I wanted to keep the back bright so that it brought the colors out. So that was the reason that I chose this color to paint the board. And that is my first FFO fully finished object. The next one is my March Snowman head. It is a Zweigert pattern from 12 Months of Snowman. And I made it into the pillow form that I make all of these into. The fabric was something that was given to me from someone who decided they didn't want to cross stitch anymore. It is printed like this, and then this oval opening is where you put your whatever you decide to put on it. I used some green fabric from my stash to make the ruffle around the outside. And the back is this nice ivy looking fabric. It is a pillow form or a pillow finish, so that if something were to happen and you need to wash it, or you just wanted to change it out, you can take it off the pillow, throw it in the washing machine, and then very easily put it back together, and you have it is easy to put it back together. Anyway, you have a nice pillow to decorate with. And all of my snowman faces are the same size, so I can use the same pillow, and I just change them out each month. This is just the third one that I have fully finished. I will be this is March, obviously March. I will be working on April next, and it should be coming up probably after the new year, because my plans to the end of the year are all set, and I do not have a new start for March in that. Good grief, I am umming the heck out today. I'll try to stop. So the next thing I have to show you is an FO. It is my crochet piece that I showed you a little while back. I don't think I showed you last month, but I did show you in one of my floss tubes. It is a baby blanket that I had the kit in my stash for many years, and finally decided to just get it out and get it finished. And oops, sorry. Whoa. It is in the shape of a star. And the colors go white, yellow, orange, pink, purple, green, and blue. And this is a very simple pattern. Works up really quick. It's very portable. I have two friends that I go stitching with every Tuesday when we're all together. And was the project that I was taking with me because it is so easy to port and portable to take with you when you're out and about. So what I'm going to do with this is I joined a group that raises money for the local library because they, their budget is very small in rural Idaho. So this group raises money to help with some of the costs of keeping the library, getting new books, getting new equipment, doing summer programs where they read to the kids and that kind of thing. So in December, there is a kind of craft fair, but it's for all the different charities in the area. And we have a table there, and this will be one of the items that I will donate for the library group. Apparently, I am not doing well with words today. Again, I will try to do better. That was my finish for crocheting. Now, my second finish is a patriotic piece that I was doing. It is Erin Elizabeth's American flag. It was such a fun stitch. I really enjoyed doing this. It was very easy. The pattern was just wonderful to do. And my finish, because I just barely last night, as I was going to bed, completed it. So it's still on its Q-snap. And this is my version. The blue is Classic Color Works Wavy Navy, and the red is Classic Color Works Schoolhouse Red. And then, of course, because you do it on white fabric, the negative space is the white, and there's just nothing stitched there. Now, I'm not going to tell you where I made a mistake on one of the stripes. You may or may not be able to see it. I do know that there is a mistake, but I had gone far enough where I wasn't going to pull it out, and it's very small. To me, it's not as obvious as it could be in one of the other patterns, but it is there, and if you see it, okay, I know it's there. Thank you. But that was very fun to do, and I enjoyed it a lot. So those are my two FOs, full finishes. And then I created an acronym for start and finish, and I call it my staff. And it is this little guy. He is called Peppermint Dog. It was something that I got several years ago. I do not remember the name of the company that produced it, but I have stitched him on many different things and given him away to friends and family as Christmas presents. I've done him on a table topper. I've done him on other towels. I've done him on a little ornament that I made. But he's super cute, and I just love him. And I thought he went very well on this towel. Those are my finishes. Oh, if you see, I've got two supervisors in the background here. Those are my Boston Terriers. The bigger red one is 8 years old. His name is Wiggles. And the smaller, he looks a lot lighter than he is in person, but he is a merle, a red merle color. And his name is Ollie. But they are on their blanket and supervising me today. and hopefully they won't bark at anything. Okay, let's move on to whips. So last time I recorded was the 9th of October, and that was right in the middle of my SAL for my year-long project of turning 60. The SAL's name is #SAL 60 is only a number, or 60 is just a number. 60 is only a number. Whatever it is, I'll put it in the descriptions below. And I was working on the flag. I'll put a picture in of how far I got on that one. And then of course this month, I work on it from the 7th to the 10th because my birthday is July 10th. So every month from January through December, I worked on a patriotic piece. This is the 3rd piece that I got finished this year, which I think is wonderful. I'm very happy with the progress that I made throughout the year. I've got one more. I will be starting it in December. It is the One Nation. I should have got this out. Sorry for the zipper. It is the One Nation pattern by Bygone Stitches. And I am going to do that starting December 7th. And then it will just go into rotation for 2025 because my SAL will end in December because that will be the last month of my 60th year on this earth. Oh, and you've seen this before. This is my bag that I made for myself, the Create pattern that was a freebie from Market. I think it was 3 years ago. And then I just made it into a project bag for myself. Then from October 11th through the 19th, I worked on Alessandra Adelaide's Zucca. And this is my little needle minder that I got. I think I showed this to you last video. It was one I purchased from 123 Stitch. But I thought he was really cute. But anyway, Alessandra Adelaide's Zucca pattern. And this is how far I have gotten. And I don't know why it does this when I record, but it shows up as a very bright orange, and that is not the proper color for it. It's kind of a reddish, I guess if you wanted to describe it as terracotta would be a good color to call it. But it's showing up, it shows up so red, and I don't understand why. But anyway, this is the progress that I have made. I will put a picture in when I'm doing my editing of where I was when I started for the week, and then you'll obviously see where I ended for the week. So that was from the 11th to the 19th. And I got a good amount of progress done on that one. Stay there, don't fall. Thank you. Let's see. March 20th through the 26th. That was when I finished my snowman head. I was close enough to finish on that I didn't take the full week for it. So to finish out that week, instead of grabbing one of my other whips, I believe it was October 15th that the first part of the Historical Samplers mystery Sal came out, and Anne from Toby Knits, I will put her information in the description below. But she had a live Flosstube where we all started the Sal on the same day, and just we watched her live Flosstube and put in comments and put in questions, and just had a good time. So I have changed almost all of the colors in this. The only colors that I have not changed are the birds and the reindeer that you will see. I am just going to show you the first. That was what was, you can see a little bit more there. That was what was given to us, the first section. Did I say it was a mystery, Sal? I hope I did. They're being released in 4 parts. This was the first part. Now, if you ordered the kit, you got a green linen, or I believe that you could get Aida as well. And the colors were red, green, brown, white. Well, my colors that I decorate for Christmas are blue and silver. So I wanted this to match my decor. I chose to stitch it on this gray and white polka dot. It is a 32 count linen. Sorry, my dog's distracting me with his antics over there. It's a 32 count linen. I am doing it 2/2. And if you're interested in my conversion, I will just send me a message and I can give it to you. I don't know if you'll see it. Okay, so that was part 1. And I finished that. Then I went in, and from October 27th to November 3rd, I did my wolf that I'm stitching for my husband. Again, I finished that early. So because I finished that early, I was able to, by then they had released part 2 of this sampler. So I got part 2 and I stitched it. So this was 1 and this is 2. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the bell is done in metallic. The blue here, the dark blue, is metallic. In the snowflakes and in the ornament here, in the white, I had to use off-white because the white was just not showing on this fabric. But in the white around these little corner pieces, the ornament, the snowflakes, I added Krynic blending filament number 032. The sparrows were supposed, or the robins, sorry, the robins were supposed to be the same color, but I chose to do them in 2 different colors. This one is the original colors that they called for, and then this is the darker color that I did to make one a male and one a female. And then the reindeer are starting to emerge down here. This square right here, the motif that goes in there is of an angel. I don't like it. It's not my vibe. So I have chosen to not stitch what they are showing in there. I'm going to go ahead and finish. I'm going to let all of the other parts come out. I will finish them, and then I'll figure out something to put in here. What it will be, I do not know, because what I need to do is figure out what they're putting down here. Are they putting presents down here? Because if they are, I won't put them here. Are they putting Christmas trees down here? If they are, then I won't put it here. So I've got to wait until the next two portions of the mystery come out before I can figure out what I'm going to add into that square. But that is why that one is blank. And I am completely caught up with what I'm doing, and I think it's a fun little stitch. It doesn't take long at all, but it's real fun. So that is Historical Samplers Mystery Christmas Sal. As I said, from October 27th to November 3rd, I worked on the what is this called? Two Wolves kit. This was a kit that I bought. I did not want to have to stitch all of this background. So instead of stitching it on the white Aida that they sent with the kit, I changed it and I stitched it on this fabric. I think it gives a image of, you know, a night scene. The fabric is 16 count Haunted by Picture This Plus. I got it off, no, I'm sorry. I've said that before. It is not off of 123 Stitch. This was a fabric that I bought one time when I went out and visited my daughter in Virginia. So it is not from 123 Stitch. And I am not sure who the dyer was. I believe it is a Picture This Plus fabric, but I'm not 100% sure because this was bought several years back and it was not something that I was paying attention to. But it's beautiful the way that they have come out and how I love how it is. Now this is not finished. There is a quote that my husband has asked me to cross stitch for him, and it has to do with two wolves. It's a Cherokee proverb. So I have to chart, sorry, I have to chart the quote in order to finish stitching this, and that's going to take a little bit of time because I believe it's got 5 sections of it. It'll stitch up really quick. I love doing words in cross stitch because they just go so quick, but the charting part of it is going to take a little bit of time. So that is that. And then from November 4th to November 7th, I worked on the Peppermint dog because I didn't want to have a short week to devote to one of my whips, because what I do is from Sunday to Saturday I work on one whip to give it a good amount of progress. And because it was going to be a short week, and because I need to get these towels done to donate, then I worked on them. And along with the peppermint dog, I'm doing another towel that will, so there'll be a set, and what it's going to say is peppermint bark, which is kind of cute to go with the dog. And I found this free candy cane alphabet, and I've charted it out. This is obviously the center of peppermint bark, and I'm working on finishing that up. And this week I will finish this one, and then I have another set of towels that I want to contribute with. They are going to be these two. And what I want to do on those is, I'm sorry, I should have pulled this out. Crinkles. So this pattern was given to us in last year's 2023's 12 Days of Christmas box from Tiger Lily Designs. It was a pattern that I believe was exclusive to the 12 Days box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 or maybe 3 of these smaller baubles and put them on one fabric, or on one towel, I'm sorry. And then on the other towel, I am going to use the fa la 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 and put it here. And the color I am going to use is $45.20 DMC 4520's Variations floss, because I think that looks very Christmassy, and I think it will be fun on this. So those are some of my plans for this coming week. And hopefully I'll get it done quickly enough, because the event that these will be raffled off at is December 7th. I think it's Saturday, December 7th. I'm going to have to look at the calendar. But anyway, that's my goal, is to get these ready and available for that. So I need to get cracking on that. So the other thing I have for plans is, now that the container has gotten up here, I've got the rest of my sheep virtue patterns, so I can get cracking back on my sheep virtues. So that will be something that will be done in November. And the final thing that I am going to do is I'm going to have a new start. Oh, let's see. I cannot. Here, I'll take this. Can't show you because the pattern is there. But in the Home for the Holidays book, Home for the Holidays, there is this 'Tis the Season pattern that I absolutely fell in love with. And it is the cardinal, and it will say 'Tis the Season across that. But isn't that just a beautiful pattern? when I first saw it, I had to have it, and I looked and looked thinking it was a pattern that you could just buy, and it's not. The only way that you can get it is in this Home for the Holidays book. So that was an adventure to get that, to figure out where it was and to get it. And these are, I'm changing the colors with and using specialty threads that I have in my stash. This is going to be the fabric that it's going on, and it is a Gosling Mystic Fibers dyed fabric. It is an 18 count Aida. And then these fibers are from Forbidden Fiber Co. Christmas Ivy, Chalkboard, Poinsettia. I'm also going to be using Queen Bee and Antique Lace from Classic Colorworks. I believe this is a Crescent Colorworks color. Bramble Bush. This is a Weeks Dye Works color. Green Apple. And then the last color, I didn't have a fancy floss that would work for the color that I needed. So it's just going to be converted to the DMC option of 371. So those are going to be my colors for that project. And it will be started in November. I'm not sure if it will be started before the Sheep Virtues or if it will be started after the Sheep Virtues, but it will be one of those weeks in November. And my family is coming, my daughter, grandson are coming up to spend Thanksgiving with me. So I don't know how much time I will have during the week that they are here for Thanksgiving, but I'm really excited that they're going to be coming up and spending the holidays with us. The next thing I have to share with you is one of my friends from California. We met through an online forum about 16 years ago. And we've been fast friends ever since. She happened to see that I was in Hollister, California when she signed up for the forum that we were on, and she sent me a private message and said, hey, I'm in Watsonville, which is less than 30 minutes away. And she said, would you like to become part of our group? We meet once a month at different people's homes and just have fun stitching together. And from there, we developed a very fast friendship. So when I moved this summer, she was really disappointed because we had had a lot of times when just her and I would go and stitch together and just do different things. And yeah, just a good friendship. Well, she has become a grandmother this year, and she stitched some stockings for this Christmas for her granddaughter, and she sent them up to me to finish for her. And I want to show you how beautiful she stitches. These are both done on 32 count even weave. One is an just a crew colored even weave, and 2/2 I said. This is, and now I don't know the name of the pattern, but this will be on one side, and look at the detail that she has in there. She just does such beautiful stitching, and she's so quick with it. And on the other side of this same stocking, she did puppy dogs. Is that not just the cutest? What I've covered up here on this side is her granddaughter's name. I did ask her if it was okay if I shared this with you, and she said she would be more than happy to have me share it. But is that not just beautiful? So I will be finishing that for her. And not only did she do double-sided, she has also done another stocking for her granddaughter. Again, I do not know the name of the patterns, and this is where her granddaughter's name is, so I covered that up for her. And again, she did both sides for the stocking. I believe this is a Stony Creek pattern. But it's beautiful. Look at the detail. And the pattern is from, what did she tell me? She told me Paula from crossedwings.com specialty dyed this fabric for her. Now, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's an opalescent fabric. And she told her what she wanted. She wanted the bottom down here to be more white so that it looks snowy. And then as she went up, she wanted it to be more blue to make it look like the sky in the background. But that's what she did for her. And this is a specialty dyed from crossedwings.com. But is that not gorgeous? So I am going to be working on making those into stockings for her and sending them back to her, so her granddaughter will have a very special stitched stockings from her grandma. But I'm impressed. I'm always impressed with her stitching. She just has such beautiful work. I'm just always impressed with her. So the next thing is I do have a couple of things that I ordered. This one I just couldn't resist. I've been waiting for 1-2-3 Stitch to get it in stock ever since I saw it when it first came out. Jump Clump. Are they not just adorable? I just can't. So cute. This one I have been looking for over a year because I could not remember what the name of the pattern was, and putting different things into a Google search, it just was not coming out. But I don't remember which video it was, but Cross Stitch the Globe got some patterns from, I think it was a DeeAZstitcher that she got the patterns from. and this came up in it, so I was able to grab the name from her video. And it is Catch the Wind by Butternut Road. And I want to do this to commemorate myself and my two sisters. And it will be given a place of honor in my sewing room as a tribute to the closeness that my sisters and I have. I will have to change the colors in the hair for a couple of them because none of us are blonde, and the red hair is a little too red. We have red tints in our hair, but we do not have red hair. So I'll have to change the colors of that. But other than that, I just think that's such a cute picture. And I can't wait to find time to put it into my rotation with my other whips. And finally, this one is one that I've been watching. I can't remember her name. The mom from Lost Star Stitches. What is her name? Oh, I'm drawing a blank. I am so sorry. I do not mean to be drawing a blank. But anyway, she's been stitching this one, and I think it's adorable. It's Ghost Ship Poltergeist Pirates. I'm sorry, Poltergeist Pirates. I call it Ghost Ship because to me that's kind of what it looks like. But I'm going to be doing this for my grandson because he loves skeletons and zombies and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna do this for my grandson. Of course, it won't be ready for his birthday this year because his birthday is in January. But 2026, this will be his present from his grandma. And along with that, because I didn't want to not be able to find the buttons that it calls for on here, I also ordered the button pack. These two large skeleton heads, these three small skeleton heads, the starfish, and it's hard to see, but they call these mice. So that's what the button pack is, and it's from just another button company. But those are the three things that I bought this since the last time you saw me. Now I did have one other thing that I bought. It is from Forbidden Fiber Company, and it is the Downton Abbey Dowager cross stitch pattern. Let me see if I can find it on here and tell you exactly what it's called. Dowager Mystery Cross Stitch. Now it has shipped. It was supposed to be delivered to me yesterday. However, for whatever reason, it got stuck in Spokane and it didn't make it to me. So I am assuming that it will be here by Monday because it's been in Spokane for 2 days now. And I'm sure it will. Spokane's not that far away. It's like 3 hours. I'm sure the U.S. Postal Service can get me my package by tomorrow, with it being that close. But I was a little disappointed. I had hoped to be able to have it with me and show it to you on this video. But, I mean, what can we do? Gotta wait and see. Okay, so the last thing, well, second to the last thing, I'm going to make some suggestions for other floss tubes that I think would be worth watching, because they just have some really good people in them and they're fun to watch. You may know all of these, you may not, but these are my suggestions this month. Cross Stitch the Globe. Now they have a video out, I believe, every single week. They're not always their whips, you know, but they do suggestions for where to find free kit or free patterns, or where to look for hard to find patterns, and give you the prices of them and whatnot. So the three that I will suggest for you is the one where they showed their fair prizes. I believe between the two of them, they entered 28 different pieces into their local fair. And I believe all but 2 of them received some sort of ribbon. They also did a Nora November video that was real fun to watch, with the different patterns that they are going to stitch. And then they also had a 5,000 subscriber video. So congratulations to them for reaching a milestone of 5,000 subscribers. I also recommend Two Needles Pulling Thread. These are sister-in-laws on the East Coast, and they always have some really great information. They're great enablers because they give you such a wide variety of different things to stitch, and they're just real fun to watch. So go give them a look. Two Tall Stitchers, a mother and daughter team. I tend to, I guess, lean towards the double two people together in floss tubes, I guess. I mean, they're not the only ones that I watch, but it seems to me they're some of my more favorite ones. Lost Our Needles. Again, I cannot think of their names. Hopefully my brain will start working sometime and I will be able to remember it. But she is doing the Zucca pattern, and hers is on a teal fabric. And if I'd have seen hers before I started mine on this rust color that I did, I might have gone the same way that she did. And maybe, I don't know, but maybe at some point in time, I will get a fabric similar to hers and stitch my Zucca a second time and have because it's almost like a hot and cold contrast between the two of them. And she is also doing hers in the white rather than the orange. So to go and watch that. It's beautiful, and she's doing a great job, and she's almost completely done. In their next video, she might be done with her Zucca. I'm not sure. I mentioned Helen D. and Anne from Toby Knits because they both are doing the historical sampler mystery Christmas sal. So I'm stitching along with them for that particular sal. The other one I want to mention is Stitching by the Shore, Laura. She did a trading card swap, and I believe just last week, she showed all of the different cards that she had received for the swap. And I believe she said there were 82 of them, which is a fabulous number. And every single one of them is a work of art. And they're only They're 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. They're very small. They're fun to trade. They're fun to stitch and then figure out how you're going to make them into the size that they need to be made in so that they can be technically considered a trading card. But it's really fun, and I participated this time, so I am anxiously awaiting the card I will get in exchange for the one that I sent in. All right, so that pretty much covers everything except for last time, because of my Flossiversary, I had some giveaways, and 2 of the 4 giveaways have been claimed and received, but there are 2 that I have not heard from yet. The first one is the Remember Me pattern by Scattered Seed Samplers. And the winner of that was the Stitching Owl. So Karen, if you would give me a email so that I can send this out to you. And then the second one that was not claimed was Strawberry Fair. And that was DeeAZstitcher. So if you could reach out to me and let me know where to send this to you, I will get it off to you. If I haven't heard from you by December, then we'll see about putting it back into a new chance for a giveaway. But that's it, folks. That's all I have for today. I will be seeing you in December. I hope those of you in the United States have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday with your family and have much to be thankful for. The rest of you, I hope you have a wonderful month of stitching and enjoying Flosstube and just all the things that make you happy. So until next time, thank you for joining me and have a good day. Happy stitching.